Another Saturday night. Dance. Never mind. How's everybody doing? Yay, made it through another week. Made it through the 1,000 sub um, entree. Yeah, which wasn't delicious, I'll tell you that. But tonight certainly will be Mongolian beef, and the voted side dish tonight is fried ramen. That always includes lots of nice vegetables. And the voted dessert tonight was dessert pizza. So I'm gonna go there. Have we got anybody in the room?
We do. We got Joshua
Joshua, good evening.
and Natalie on her break.
Natalie on her break. Good evening, good evening. That's it so far?
Yep.
Okay. Good evening to Doug and Shar at home, enjoying their evening. I expect a call here in a little while, Doug, so I can hear what you had for dinner, and I'll let you know that tomorrow night I'm planning on having French dip. So get that out in the open.
Just have those people.
Popping in.
Yep. National Parks Princess.
Hey, National Parks Princess, new subscriber, new to the channel here last night. Thank you for coming in.
Great.
Greg, Mr. Man from the future.
Janice.
Janice, hi.
Jessica.
Jessica, good evening.
Jared.
Jared, good evening.
Eli.
Eli,
He wants to know if he missed any oysters.
no, I'm not going to miss that ever.
Did he miss?
I'm sorry?
Did I miss?
Oh, no.
Did he miss?
No, I don't think you missed it. You were there last night. You didn't miss anything today because I'm not doing that again. That's a one time and out. And one time and out really was pretty much what it was. Okay.
Jessica says, how are your taste buds doing? Congrats for the 1,000 subs.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And thank you for subbing. I'm okay. You know, my taste buds are fine. It just, it like didn't ruin me for life or anything. It just was a pretty terrible, not only combination of flavors, but the texture between the oyster and the Vienna sausage was just.
Couple more people.
Okay.
Sean in the pack.
Sean, good evening.
And Nez.
Nez, good evening. Also new from Johnny Peppers, Johnny Small Peppers. Thanks for coming over and watching Old Guy. For those of you that are new here, what I do is on Saturday nights I cook what you guys have requested. I've got a basket back over here that's got a little slip of paper, and on every little slip of paper is whoever requested it. If you have a channel on YouTube, then that gets written down. If it's just an individual person or whatever, gets put into the basket. I draw one a week, and whatever I draw gets cooked 2 weeks from that day. So we're always kind of a week ahead of ourselves.
Well, if the bearded man wants to come over for dinner.
Oh man, if you didn't live so far away, you'd be more than welcome. But grab you a cold one out of the fridge. Same with the rest of you. Get you a cold one out of the fridge. Have a seat at the table. I'm going to get the dough started for my pizza. Yep, and I did say dough. My version of a dessert pizza is probably going to be a little bit different than most people's take. But I want to get some dough started right away, and then I'll get started on the Mongolian beef too. But get that, the beef needs to marinate for a little bit. So kind of a bit of a crunch at the first here, and then I'll be able to kind of relax a little bit.
Eli Charlie says the time change always screws me up. I might miss part of the stream.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't like time change. I've heard they were going to vote on whether or not it's going to be the last year for it or not, but they just can't seem to agree on anything, so I'm not going to count on anything changing. And that's going to be the end of that discussion.
Jessica says, I bet Val would have loved raw oysters with those combos you did. Hello.
Well, I don't know. Val did, during the times that we had talked about it on his stream and whatnot, did say that he would eat it with me, but and that would have been a lot of fun. But the truth be told, we couldn't get out to California to do it. So, and I wouldn't ever expect him to go ahead and say, well, I'm just going to go ahead and eat that anyway. I don't expect that at all. In fact, I'd kind of wonder where he was going. All right, so that was just a little bit of milk and some butter. I got some yeast in there. I just tapped in a little bit of sugar, tad bit of salt.
Carol's here and Johnny is also here.
All right, Johnny and my neighbor Carol. Good evening. Good evening. Just getting started on the yeast dough for this pizza, dessert pizza. And by the way, it is a sweet roll dough. So it's not just your regular pizza.
Yes, that she made cookies.
Cookies. Yum. I made cookies too. And we'll get to that later. All right, so I'm going to let this start to mix, provided that's enough. Looks like it'll be all right. Okay. First thing I want to do is just get some vegetables cut and kind of put into a bowl and out of the way. Some of this is going into the ramen. Most of it, some will be going into the Mongolian beef. But I just want to get this veg stuff out of the way. Neighbor grew some peppers. Gave me a couple. He said some were hot and some weren't. And I don't know how hot he thinks hot is. So I'm just gonna, for the most part, just knock out the seeds and give it a little slice it up. And toss some of this into that veg for the fried ramen.
Johnny says, time you get in the hot tub and listen.
Ha! Yes, sir. Might as well relax.
Yeah, Ralph's here.
Hey, Ralph. Good evening. All right. So we'll go with about half of that pepper. Speaking of peppers, got red and green bell here. I'm going to put some of that in. About a half of each.
What are you whining about?
I guess that's half, right? Yes, yes, yes. Mongolian beef. Ate a light lunch in anticipation of tonight's dinner. Some nice strips of the green bell here. Hope everybody has had a good week. Last night's 1,000 sub live was a lot of fun. Of course, what I ate was just obviously an attempt to be as gross as possible and still be at least somewhat edible. And I think I successfully achieved that. Oh my.
Jessica says I've been catching up on your YouTube shorts.
Ah, thank you.
Davey Clown's here.
Hey.
You rock.
Hey man, thanks. You rock too, man. All my new subs, you guys coming out and hanging out with me in the kitchen. So I've already got the community page taken care of and ready for next week. This is your opportunity to start voting for next week. Is chicken or is pot pie? There was no type specified, so pot pie next week. I put the different sides up for vote and the different dessert things already is up on the board and ready to get voted on.
Eli says I'm having one of my favorite things on earth.
What's that?
Chicharron. It's like
Oh yes,
eating bacon.
I love fresh chicharron. All right, that's not gonna come together unless I give it some hand here.
Now says the good tasty peppers that same people enjoy, right, Johnny?
What's that?
The good tasty peppers that same people enjoy.
Yeah.
Like green peppers and
Yeah, well, yeah, some of those, some peppers, you know, I can do, and other peppers, definitely not. All right, let me just get this moistened up a little bit. It's a little bit dry. I don't want my dessert pizza crust to be cardboard. I'll have to hand mix it in. I don't know if you've ever tried to add additional moisture to a bread dough. It doesn't really do any good to use a mixer to try and get it mixed in. Just use your hands. Get it partly mixed in, then let that dude do the work. All right. Okay, so just toss these in here. Got some more to go. Gonna throw a little yellow onion in there. Since the Mongolian beef itself doesn't really have much in the way of vegetable, I figured I should put maybe a a side dish for vote that would have the potential of containing some vegetables. And that's so. Fried ramen definitely made that fit that bill.
Greg says, did someone say now you dough your bread?
I don't think so. Alright.
Yeah, it says I love seeing a man who knows his way around.
Well, at least I know my way around this one. Oh, yes. For those of you that are new, here's a little story that where did I put it? There it is. Years ago, when we owned our pizzeria, we expanded into an Italian restaurant. And, well, no, actually, this was before that. Directly across catty corner across the street from where our place was, was a hotel, and they had a bar, and it wasn't uncommon to get people that were staying at the hotel and had a few drinks order up pizza. And I'm just gonna bleep myself, but there was this one guy. Well, I need to say, start with the name of the supreme pizza that we had, or the deluxe, was the Mother Load, and the hotel across the street had some little paper menus, you know. And this drunk guy calls up and he says, "I want to order a large mother bleeper." And I said, "You mean a large mother load?" And he goes, "Oh yeah, man, mom's loaded, dad's loaded, we are all bleeped up." So, yeah, okay. And, you know, sure enough, about 10 minutes later, this guy, drunk as a skunk, could barely make it across the street. Came picked up that pizza. We didn't get drive-by shootings where we lived. We got stagger-by vomitings.
Jessica wants to know how the weather's been here. It feels like summer there where she's at. I'm not sure where she's at, but she goes, not happy I missed the fall weather.
It's been in the 70s here lately. It's been actually kind of unseasonably nice.
Yeah.
Normally it's not as warm as it is for this time of October. Usually by now the days have dropped down to a nice day would be like in the 60s maybe. But it's been in the 70s and it's really nice. So
She also wants to know if you're dressing the dogs up for Halloween.
they don't make dog costumes big enough for my dogs. Maybe Polly, but they just don't make them as big as my boy. That's just all there is to it. Alright, let's get a little shredded carrot action going here.
It's a great story. She goes, oh my gosh, a great story.
Alright. Just a kind of a quick chop on that. Into the vegetables. Put this up here. Okay. What's left of those, man? You can sit right there for a minute. What's going on here?
Where are you at, Jessica? What state? She said it was 70 degrees there today.
I'm just not happy with that. A little more. This has really got to soften up.
Cheryl says it's been a perfect season for the leaves. It sure has. They've been beautiful.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the thing about where we live. I mean, of course, there's the mountain passes and so forth to go look at the aspens and whatnot. But just down here where we live, the trees that are along the side of the road, they're just as nice as going up and seeing the aspens. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just beautiful. Eli says these chicharrones are so good, like mini crispy chunks of pork belly.
Yes.
The rendered fat also makes mind-blowing refried beans when mixed with
Oh
chorizo.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. Add a little bit of garlic and onion salt.
Eli said it was a cool 103 there.
A what? Cool 103? I don't envy you that. I don't. I mean, well, in a way I do. I mean, you're not going to have temperatures that are going to generally be freezing. You don't generally get much in the way of snow. Okay,
Great,
come
says
on.
old guy, a lovely 26 degrees here in Aussie. 10 a.m. here Sunday.
26, that's Celsius. So I don't know how to,
I'm not sure what that is.
I don't know, it's maybe around 70 something, maybe? For those of you that maybe know. Come on now.
Ralph said recently discovered that plain salted potato chips do wonders for nausea. Not sure how or why, but it works. But I'm not sure why it works, but it's good to remember.
It is.
Have you been sick, Ralph? I hope not.
Yeah.
Eli said their tumbleweeds are changing color.
Oh, okay. Hey, they didn't know they did.
I didn't either.
Well, yeah, I imagine they got to grow to become tumbleweeds to start with, right? Okay. Okay, so
Grace says 78 in your old school temps.
78. I kind of guessed it would have been in the 70s somewhere. It's a nice moderate temperature.
Yep.
Okay. Let's get some of the clothes off of that one. No.
Eli says they don't change colors, LOL. We have nothing that changes color.
Oh, yeah? Well, I mean, come on. Tumbleweeds can't grow. I'm sure they grow green to start with.
They turn brown.
It turned brown, so, I mean. Alright, let me get some garlic. This is going to be delicious, guys. Mongolian beef. I've actually never made it before, but I feel comfortable doing it, so I absolutely love Asian foods.
Jessica says, will it diaper? LOL.
Will it diaper?
Sorry, yeah.
Well, actually, I kind of have a diaper story. 100 years ago, when I was just a young man, there was a group of us that would hang out and party together all the time, and we were all single and living the easy life and so forth. And these two of these guys were roommates for a while, sharing this apartment. And I don't know if any of you, maybe older folks, have ever heard of Kugel butter. Anybody? Kugel butter. So what it was a chocolate flavored peanut butter, and it became crunchy or smooth.
Greg wants to know, oh, did you marinate it first?
Marinate what?
I don't know.
Well, I haven't got that far yet. So now, where was I at, Mrs. Ogun?
Old school. That you were, silly dogs. You got me lost now.
Me too. That's
Talking
aggravating.
about diapers.
Oh, yes. Okay, so this guy got some of this Kugel butter. His roommate went to the liquor store to get some more beer. And while he was gone, his roommate opened the cupboard and took a spoonful of this Kugel butter, like this is chocolate crunchy peanut butter. So it was dark and you could see little chunks in it and whatnot. And put it into this baggie, nipped the corner off of it, and then squeezed it out on the carpet underneath this chair. When he got back, his roommate, we had sat there for a while and had a few beers, and the guy that put that under the chair kind of looks down. He said, "Oh man, your cat crapped on the rug again." And the guy got up and moved the chair, and he went over and he goes, "Yep, he sure smells like he did." And he picked up that kugel butter and ate it. And his roommate, he puked, freaked out, and okay, that was funny. Ha ha ha. Now to get to the diaper part. Years later, we're talking 8, 9 years later, we're still buddies, hang out at each other's house once in a while. Most of us by then had been married, had kids, whatever. So we're over at this guy's house, and we're talking the one that vomited from watching him eat that kugel butter. Thought it was cat poop. Well, he had a baby, and he took a diaper and he put pumpkin filling in a diaper and just kind of stuck it on the top of this diaper basket that they had there. And or not diaper basket, a trash can, I guess, for disposable diapers. Anyway, I don't remember the setup now, but it was the same kind of thing. We were all partying together, and he went over and got that diaper and opened it up and took 2 big scoops of that pumpkin pie filling. Like that. It was time for the other one to lose his cookies. So.
Jessica said she got Derek to ask you that. He lost Derek.
Diapers, yes. We lost.
Eli said, "Spring in the desert is beautiful, but we don't get the fall colors."
No, I don't imagine that you do.
And Greg said, "Oh no, you need to soak it in bicarb soda." So I'm not sure what he's talking about. Me, maybe.
Yeah, I just haven't got that far.
Just because Ralph said that he has been sick. He ended up transferred between 3 hospitals over 2 weeks, and only just got out to find him and his mom both now have COVID.
Oh,
It's terrible, Ralph.
sorry to hear that, Ralph. Dang, man.
So he's here, but not really with it.
Well, I'm just glad that you're even here. Don't worry about commenting or anything too much. Just hang out. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry to hear about you and your mom getting COVID and being sick. I'm really sorry, man. I hope you guys have a really speedy recovery.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna peel some more of this ginger.
Greg says that's both Moo 1 and Moo 2. Moo!
All right, let's get off of me, fly. Glad there's not many of these guys left flying around. Go away. All right, let's get going with a little bit of crushed ginger. Now, if I had a wok, doing this would probably be a little bit different of a preparation than I'm going to do. I just don't have that ability to do that hot and fast. So I'll do the next best thing, I guess. All right. Now that veg is out of the way, we'll get some meat cut. Nice skirt steak. Chumley's all keyed up, playing tonight.
Well, it's all in play.
It's going to be delicious. All right. All right. Got to keep my eyes on what I'm doing here, folks. So, last thing I want to do is slice the tip of my finger.
Yep, we don't need that.
No, that wouldn't do.
Silly boy. Are you playing?
Yum yum.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's bound to be my brother. As a matter of fact, that is a reminder for me to ask you guys, what are you all having for dinner?
Well,
You know what I'm having, right?
I'm good.
Right?
How are you?
You know what I'm having. Mongolian beef. What are you guys having? Come on, let old guy know.
Okay.
Oh yeah, this is going to be really good.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Baked potato slaw. and
delicious.
what else? Oh, fresh tomatoes, right? Fresh tomatoes. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, I don't want to be
Cool.
not paying attention to what I'm doing. And
Have a good night.
sometimes when I'm paying attention here, it's hard for me to keep talking without kind of losing my concentration a little bit. All right. Last piece. It didn't take long to do this.
So do you want to know what your brother had?
Sure.
They had charcoal grilled steak, fried potatoes, fresh tomatoes, homegrown tomatoes, slaw, coleslaw, and yellow cake with chocolate frosting.
Yummy. That sounds delicious.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Greg says, excellent knife skills.
Well, good enough, I guess. I didn't cut myself. That's a bonus.
Ralph said, thanks. Feel really spaced out, and the only thing I can taste is the gross antiviral pills, which doesn't go away no matter what you eat or drink. So this is the first live stream I've been able to watch. I've been up to watching.
I'm so sorry. I really do sincerely hope both you and your mom start feeling better really, really soon. All right, I'm going to get this marinade here. I made myself some notes. A lot of little components, not little components, but things to do. And I've not made it before, so I figured maybe I should go ahead and make myself a little cheat sheet. Is it a cheat sheet?
Greg said that he had a leg of lamb roast tonight, Sunday, celery soup with chicken.
I love celery soup. You know that you're, I think, just about the only person I've heard in many, many, many years that's said anything about celery soup. So that's one of my favorite kinds is celery soup.
She already had her din din. She had clam chowder with Diet Coke, and now she's waiting for meal so that she can eat again.
Clam chowder. What kind of clam chowder did you have? Manhattan or New England? So let's get in a couple tables.
Johnny had lasagna.
Lasagna, yum.
One of my favorites.
Okay, a little bit of mirin. Some soy sauce going here. These new little pull tabs. Kind of hard to get your finger into. Okay. Cornstarch, tablespoon of water. Here's the baking soda. Like I said, I just haven't gotten to it yet.
Eli said, will you be putting oysters in your French dip?
I'm going to say probably not. Okay, a little bit of water.
Johnny says the laughter is after last night.
Oh man, I'm telling you. I had a pretty good laugh at myself when everything was over with last night. We were kind of picking up. And, it's fun to do things like that. Just, laugh at myself. Too much fun. All right, I need a good hefty.
Jessica said New England clam chowder.
New England, absolutely. I prefer the New England over the Manhattan. All right, let's see
I
here.
prefer none.
Yeah, Mrs. Old Guy's not fond of seafood. I, on the other hand, there are some seafoods that I do like. Kind of get that mixed up, dissolve a little bit. Let's get the meat in there.
Greg wants to know how long you were on the Dunny. Carol said she watched the OGS oyster thing today and laughed her ass off.
Well, yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, that wasn't anything that anybody should ever eat. It's putting together those odd foods. What's the matter? You can't see? Uh-oh. Okay, hang on. Let me... Is there still power?
No.
Is the computer still on?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
There's no screen.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't know how I missed the bump of that.
We're good, folks. Okay. So we're going to let that be for a minute. I'm going to add just another little drop of that soy on there.
Eli says for 2K silkworm pate.
Ew. No. No.
Greg says we can hear Moo drinking.
Yes. And drinking he did.
Yes, he did.
All right, let's get this out of the way.
It didn't go to sleep, Greg. I accidentally bumped the power.
No. Okay. Get this knife out of the way. We might actually start cooking some food here.
Ooh, yay.
You never know.
John here?
John, good evening. I hope you had a good week. Yes, yes, yes. All right, we'll get a few of these green onions taken care of
Jessica
here.
said you might like broiled haddock. It does not have that strong fishy taste, especially when you put breadcrumbs on it and Alfredo sauce.
Oh yeah, it's not that I don't like fish. I like fish. I just don't like it all the time. Like every now and then, I love to have fish and chips. You know, sometimes I'll eat a fish sandwich, but I didn't grow up eating a lot of fish, so that's my story, and I'm going to stick to it.
I used to like it more than I like it now. I kind of lost my taste.
Every now and then I still like a tuna casserole or something like that, but I get hankering for fish and chips. Alright, let's put these.
Eli says Mongolian Beef was a stage name. He'll be here all week.
Yeah. My dear friend, Mr. Mongolian Beef.
John says he's ghost hunting at the moment.
Oh, yeah? Well, good time of year for it. Get these green onions kind of just taken care of. Okay. Get these kind of set over here. Good deal. Get cleaned up again. Can you imagine the pile that would be here by now? If I wouldn't clean up after these little steps.
Johnny said always good to mix up the dinners and the varieties.
Always good to do what? I'm sorry.
Mix up the dinners and the varieties.
Oh, absolutely. And that's one thing I really like about doing these Saturday dinners. It sure takes the, same old thing for dinner kind of out of the picture.
Yep.
It always provides a great deal of variety. And we've been doing it this way now for coming up to 2 years. And out of all that time, I think there was only one dish that we didn't care for, that we had never tried. And that's not too bad.
No.
That's not too bad. That's pretty
And
good.
We've tried a lot of new things too.
We
that
have.
We haven't tried.
We have. All right. I don't know if my yeast dough is going to do anything, but we'll find out. Nope.
Greg
Leave it on.
says, I hope Pop's off is going off in the next few days.
Oh yeah. Ah! Oh no. Oh. Hey, Eli. You wanted a no?
He just did a big
Sorry, folks. Just got a bit of a delay here. Oh, what a drag.
John's in a haunted mansion tonight in Toronto, Canada.
Ah. This is not good. this is what happens when you're just doing stuff and not paying attention. Big jar of nasty oil from like hamburgers, sausage, a little bacon fat.
Craig says, "Oh no, did I just sauce that? Oh no.
No.
This is my fault. I'm sorry."
How could you cause this? Is me being a complete moron.
Eli, hashtag oh no.
Oh, buddy. It's a good one. Oh, that is so aggravating.
Oil and grease all over the stove, all over the... Eli wants to know, is there something you hate prepping?
Well, you mean like just everyday stuff, or when I was working in kitchens? Because there's going to get different answers. God, that's just yuck.
Greg says, if I was there, I would be helping out. I'm so sorry, guys.
It's not what you're apologizing for.
Eli says that was a Cletus moment.
It was a Butterfinger moment. Because I did exactly what I'm doing right now about an hour and a half ago. Scrub my stove down. Dick.
Holly's like, is there something I can help you with, Daddy?
Boy, boy, boy. Well, that sucked. Ooh. Okay.
You did clean the bottom of that pan, right?
I did. May not be perfect, but I got most of it anyway. Wow. That is some smelly oil.
Greg says, old guy, it's great to see how calm and in control you are. If it was me, I would be raging.
Well, if I wouldn't be on my wasn't on the live stream right now, there might have been a few extra adjectives.
He says, F this and F that.
Pretty much.
Eli
Pretty
said,
much, but it is what it is. Okay, now I just got to remember where I was and what I was going to do.
Eli said, prepping for service.
What did I hate doing most? Prepping for normal service. I'd have to say the shrimp. We at this one place I was at, it was 500 seats, so nothing got prepped in small amounts. So 25, 30 pounds of shrimp just about every day. Peel and devein, peel and devein, peel and devein. So yeah. Let me see here what I want to do.
Greg says, I love your professionalism and national parks princess says the smell of old oil is awful.
It
So
is.
is gear oil.
It's met, old oil smell when I was in basic training in the Army. My mouth got me into some trouble a few times, and because of that, I got put on extra duty, or KP, right? Kitchen duty, and I ended up making the cook mad, which was a bad idea. I made some stupid comment. He was actually trying to be nice to me, the mess hall, the mess cook, the mess sergeant. The guys that got put on KP, you got up at like 4 o'clock in the morning and into the kitchen, and you're cracking eggs and doing stuff like that. And when you're in basic, you got your eggs, scrambled eggs, period. You didn't get it any other way. You got them scrambled. And the cook was trying to be nice to me and asked if I wanted to have my eggs, another way. And I remembered this stupid comedy album that my parents had, where this guy told Army and Navy jokes, and I couldn't believe that he actually asked me if I wanted my eggs, how I wanted my eggs, and I said turned over. And a couple minutes later, he said, "Did you say you wanted your eggs turned over?" And I said, "Yeah, to the Museum of Natural History," and he wasn't very happy.
Jessica said that she makes a big mess and havoc all the time in the kitchen. You miss half of what was nothing. You at least you almost didn't burn your kitchen down.
Well, you've got that right. This is a little add-on that is not in Mongolian beef, but I just love the flavor of toasted peanuts in Asian food, so I'm just going to throw some of these into this hot oil.
Crossover Paranormal Society is here from Johnny's channel.
Oh, wow. Good
Johnny
evening.
turned you out
Well, thanks for heading in. Thanks for subscribing. I appreciate it very much. I cook what you guys request, and that's what I'm doing tonight. Mongolian beef. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my kitchen every Saturday night. Grab yourself a cold one. You like beer, you like soda, you like water. Help yourself to the fridge. Have your seat at the table.
Carol said to warm the dough.
Warm the dough.
Yep. John wants to know, will grapefruit brulee?
It might. Got some red pepper flake I'm going in here.
Eli says, has anybody smelled when a big grease trap was getting emptied or cleaned?
Oh, that's where I was going at. Thank you for mentioning that, Eli. So, I made the cook mad by saying that to him. So he had me and this other guy clean the grease trap. And this thing was big. It was probably, 10 feet by 10 feet. Square, big, deep, smelly, disgusting. They had a truck come and pump it out. And then we had to go down with shovels and scrape up all the sediment that had settled to the bottom. Oh yeah, we both got sick a few times.
No doubt. Crossover Paranormal said that his dad was a first cook in the U.S. Army.
Yep. Yeah, the Army chow was all right for the most part. I never had any complaints with it, really. I'm going to pull these out here.
Smelling good.
Yeah, it smells real nice. Let me get that toasted up.
Greg wants to know if he can get a cider, guys, because he's off of here.
Help yourself. You can have all the cider you would like, my friend. All right. A little more oil in the... Nope. Hang on a minute. Let's get this going. That's the right one. Nope. I gotta get my things switched around here just a little bit. Get some ramen cooked at some point here. And some of these veg. It's gonna definitely have to be done in some stages here.
Eli, they say the Navy has the best chow.
Yeah, I don't know. Wasn't in the Navy. But it wasn't bad.
Carol said that you asked what you were doing before the spill, and you were going to warm the dough.
I was going to warm the dough, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I just did.
There.
And that's what I did. I put the dough over there and I knocked that stupid bottle over.
Thank you, Carol.
Thank you, Carol.
I wasn't watching what you were doing when it happened.
Knucklehead. Well, we get these veg cooked up a little bit and ready for the ramen. I'm hoping that I can get these both kind of out of the pan roughly at the same time. I don't know. We'll see.
Jessica says, I wish we could put your own pictures in live chat. Would love to send some pictures of my fur babies.
If you can, my email is oldguyincolorado@gmail.com. If you want to communicate that way and send some photographs of your felines or furred family friends, please.
Carol said cider from our local spot is amazing. It is.
What's that?
Carol said the cider from our local spot is amazing.
Oh yeah, down at Big B's.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Let's get a little bit of salt on that. A little bit of salt.
You know, I said meat. Is really good, but will give you the worst hangover of your life.
Mead? Oh yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. Black pepper.
Were you in the Navy, Eli?
That looks pretty good. Here in a second, I'll hit it with a little bit of this mirin and some soy. Yeah, what the heck? Let's go ahead and throw a little bit of red pepper.
Crossover Paranormal says that he's the owner of Crossover Paranormal. We have 7 team members now, and he's from North Carolina.
Oh, nice.
John asked him if he was into ghost hunting.
Well, as soon as I have finished my stream tonight, I'm going to head over to your channel and I'm going to crush your sub button. And same thing with some of my other new subscribers here from Johnny Small Pepper. I need to be subbing to your channels as well, and I will do so in due course here.
Stanley and Jordan are here.
Hey, good evening, Stanley and Jordan. We are just getting some veg seared off for the fried ramen. Got water boiling for the fried ramen. I know long noodles are best, you know, with Asian food and all that, but when it comes to stir frying it, it sure is a lot easier to toss and mix in if it's been busted up a little.
Joshua wants to know how the weather's been.
Beautiful. It has been absolutely beautiful. 70s all week. It's going to be 70s probably till the end of the month.
Yep.
So, okay. Gonna make some sauce here. Okay. Got a couple things going at once now, so I need to start paying attention.
Don't look my dinner.
Yes, ma'am.
Jessica says, smells very good. I can't wait to try this meal.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be delicious. Plenty for everybody. Turn that down. I don't want it exploding all over the stove. I had enough of that all over the stove thing today.
No more oh no's.
No more oh no's tonight. No, thank you. So what am I doing here?
Eli said she put out a blooper reel called Oh No in Colorado.
All right, looking to make myself a little bit of cornstarch slurry here. Just so I can take care of the beef.
Ralph asked Jessica what kind of furries she had. She has 2 cats and a hamster.
Nice. 2 cats and a hamster. I had a hamster a while back. Or not a while back, it's been many years ago. A while back for me can anybody be anywhere from 2 years to 2 weeks to 30 years.
Drake says, old guy, you rock. Well done.
Well, thank you, thank you. Alright, let's keep going here. What do we got to do here to finish up? Just got to get that done. Throw that in. A cup of brown sugar. Get these last couple things finished up here.
Jessica says my female cat is named Trixie, a stripper name, but that's what my sister picked up.
Trixie. A stripper name, I don't know. Ed Norton's wife was Trixie on the Honeymooners, and she wasn't a stripper.
Yeah. John says, I'm going to go for now. Love y'all. Tell me this is the old guy. I have a long night ahead of me.
John, thank you for coming in.
Have a good night.
Yep, be safe. Enjoy your hunting. Okay, let's get this meat. Got it. It says to dust it off in some cornstarch. Dredge it. Yeah, I'll dredge it. Let's shake it this way, shall we? It's gonna be good. We're getting there. Whoops. I don't care. 5-second rule.
her male cat is named Panchi. He was a rescue, and her hamster's name is Kathy.
Kathy. Awesome. Those are cute names.
Yeah.
Bake. A little more oil. A little more oil. Strainer. Getting this ramen.
Scott's here.
Scott, good evening.
Hope you're all doing great.
I'm doing good. I hope you're doing well. Let that sit right there for just a second. We're getting close to food here. Getting there, guys. Still a little more oil yet. There we go. Try to get all these little pieces separated back out.
You don't get none of that.
This is going to be really good. Okay. Put that set to the side there a little bit.
Scott's busy doing great, just taking a break from his EMT class.
Cool. All right. A little more oil just to help that ramen sort of do its thing. Where'd I put it? Right there.
Scott says he's going to start training his dog in a few days.
Oh, cool.
You know how Chum and Paul are doing?
My boy and gal is doing just fine. Chumley was barking and going crazy a while ago, trying to get Polly to play with him, but she didn't want to go for it. Where is it? Quarter cup of stuff. Got the chicken stock there. Soy. Get these green onions added in. And the peanuts, garlic and ginger. The hot red pepper, crushed red pepper.
That smells really good when you cook it.
It did. right. Smells amazing. Start picking up just a little bit here. Get ready to fix some plates.
Ralph told Jessica, if you Google Ross the Cat, New Plymouth, it should come up with our city's famous cat.
Haha. Okay, shut the lock. That is done. Ramen is fried really nice.
I don't think that back burner is off if you want it off.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Crack an egg in there. Yep, get this egg scrambled. We are just about ready to serve some dinner, folks. Grab your plates, grab your forks. If you do happen to want chopsticks, they're in the drawer. Help yourself. Alright, let's get this ramen. Let's get this all done.
Steve and Eli requested this.
Yep, from Steve and Eli. And then of course the dessert, or the side dish here was a vote. By golly, we can eat some food. How about that?
Yum. Sounds good.
Sounds good to me too. Pile of the fried ramen. Delicious. Gotta try and find a spot that's not gonna keep cooking it. Okay.
Smells really good.
Mongolian beef. It does smell good. Garnish that with a little green onion. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Welcome. Just easier to grab it out of there. All right, you folks should get a look at this, I guess. Get it with the light here.
It's delicious.
Mongolian beef. Fried ramen. There you go.
Thank you.
get to that pizza here in a little while. It smells really, really good. Cross the fingers.
It's delicious. Even with the peanuts.
Yeah, Miss Olga, I don't care for the nuts. But hey, if she likes it with peanuts this time, I guess that's a good thing. Yum. The beef is perfectly tender. The sauce is really, it's got a nice velvety kind of mouth feel to it. A little bit of heat on the back end. That's really good. There's no seasoning or anything missing.
Carol says, not like last night.
So that big hunk of fat. No, this is, yeah, this is just a little better than it was last night.
Jessica says, will cat food burrito?
That must be another channel.
John says, sounds amazing.
It's delicious. That's absolutely delicious. The noodles get kind of a nutty flavor. You let them get that little bit of a crisp to them, along with these veg. I'm glad I threw that the little red pepper flake in there, because the veg has a little bit of heat to it too, but not. Not much, just enough to enjoy. Yeah, this is really good.
Yeah, it is. We'll definitely do it again.
Oh, no doubt.
Johnny wants some.
Extra plate, help yourself grow as much as you want. We got plenty. Don't you wish? I mean, really, I wish it could be that way.
Yeah.
For those of you that would really like to try this, you know, I honestly wish that I could feed you. I really do.
Jessica says, wow, looks amazing. I'm drooling.
Yeah, I'm really happy with how this turned out.
Jessica says, oh, it's really good. Thank you. Greg says, he lost his chair because he was giving it to everybody else.
Yeah. Yeah, this is
Scott says, Erg, I wish I was having that. Oh shoot, I have that. Fine.
mm.
Got dinner in the oven.
I've forgotten dinner in the oven a few times. Ruined more than my share of sheet pans and pots and I even burned spaghetti. Yep, just cooking the pasta. But then again, I was pretty young, so I had that going for me. Sorry, buds. It was so good. All those flavors just coming together. Ginger, the garlic, the green onions. Man.
Rob said, whenever I think of the TV Millionaire hot seat, it always makes me laugh because it sounds like someone has eaten too much curry.
Pretty hot seat, huh? So this dessert pizza may be a bit of a surprise, but I can tell you that the sauce, obviously it's not going to be a tomato sauce, so it's going to be a raspberry compote, and I'll be starting that here directly. That should make easily while the crust is baking. Wow, really good.
Scott said, yeah, my dinner is a little overdone. It's a casserole and the red pieces on top were pretty brown, not burnt.
Well, at least they weren't burnt. But drying it out, that's unfortunate. Not very long ago, I wanted a chicken casserole. And yeah, I baked it way too long. It was really dry. The pasta was way overcooked. Just didn't turn out very well. Still tasted kind of okay, but the texture was not good.
Hey, Polly, don't scratch. Thank you.
Again, right in front of you guys and everything, I'm just going to give myself A great big hug. Oh, Tom, that was really good, buddy. Nice job. Yep. That was amazing. Very yummy.
Scott says, yeah, it's definitely going to be a little dry.
Now, if you don't mind mixing it up a little bit, depending on what your casserole is, you can add a little bit of water, kind of mix it in, or a little bit of milk, mix it in. Help replace some of that lost moisture. The only thing is it might cool it down. Unless you happen to have a microwave, in which case you can warm it back up. Oh. You're gonna be making some pizza here, huh?
Yep.
Whether my dough rose some or not. Oh yeah, it's starting to rise. That's fine.
Scott said he made chicken broccoli casserole. It's a layer of broccoli, mixture of onions, celery, and chicken. 2 cans of cream of chicken soup topped with buttered breadcrumbs and cheese on top.
That sounds good. Sounds really good.
There's no wait, no celery.
It's okay.
That was delicious.
It was. Thank you.
Here.
Okay. So here's the crust, guys, and this is essentially sweet roll dough. So we'd use it to make cinnamon rolls or honey buns, things of that nature.
Stoner Kitchen said, did I miss any more O-nos?
No, just the one tonight. If I'm having a night where I got more than one oh no going on, it may not be a happy night.
Greg told Scott he's making celery soup tonight, and Scott said that he's never heard of celery soup.
Oh, I absolutely love celery soup. If you've never tried it or never heard of it, go to your local grocery store. Campbell's Soup makes a celery soup. It's not the best by any means, but it's certainly inexpensive enough way for you to give it a try. Let's get this stretched out a little bit more.
Jessica says, who else hates celery and potato salad and tuna? I replace it with green beans.
I like celery just fine. There's some things that I like green beans okay, but mostly just by themselves. Or maybe like in a stew or something like that. I don't like green bean casserole. Never have.
Scott told Greg he made his big boy an Instagram page.
Oh, me too. Guess I'll put it here. All right, got a nice packet of red raspberries here.
What, Chumley? Come here. Come here. Chumley, come. Ralph said, I hate celery. He used to like it with peanut butter back in the days, but then even went off of that.
Well, tastes change over time. A splash of citrus juice there. Get this on a low heat.
Eli said he had to go on a beer run, or in this case, walk. I'm not as thick as you heard I am.
Alright. I'll be back in 2 seconds because I forgot to grab something.
Uh-oh.
That's okay. It'll only take me a second. Keep them busy, Mrs. Oldguy. Well, it sounds like you kept her busy.
Yep. They're talking about celery and stuff still. Greg says you would all be surprised how much. Jessica says I always use cooked onions in potato salad and tuna salad. I can't stand raw onions.
Yep. Well, everybody has their way of things. So, a lot of people, when you're making your spaghetti sauce or pizza sauce, you might put some oregano. So to mimic that, I'm going to just pull off 3 or 4 small mint leaves into this raspberry. Okay. Kind of represent on the fresh herbs that you would put in a pizza sauce. Let this get cooking and rendered down some. And I'm going to put this pizza crust into the oven.
You're right, Carol. He might like it again after he gets over COVID.
All right. So I'm going to bake this crust like this for a few minutes. I don't want it to have a big raise to it. So we're going to give that five or 10 minutes like that. Meantime, we'll let this yummy raspberry compote do its thing here on the stove.
John says, John's back. He said that they were kicked off of the haunted mansion, the property of the haunted mansion. And each of us got a ticket for trespassing, even though we didn't see any signs. That's a bummer.
Well, yeah, that's unfortunate, I guess. Next time, make sure you're checking with the proper people. You don't want to accidentally go onto a place and maybe get shot at.
Yeah. Ralph told Carol he went off of celery years ago. Nothing to do with COVID, but thanks. He says that means that I might like it now that I can't taste anything.
I've been eating celery all day.
Eli said, so you're making raspinera?
Raspinera, yes. Raspinera. That's a good way to put it.
Scott wants to know if you have any plans for Halloween.
Got plans for Halloween weekend. For those of you that do not or may know, may not, I'll be participating in this year's shadow play of the Rocky Horror Picture Show in the town down from us over the holiday weekend. And then Halloween itself, I'm going to make a big batch of beer cheese soup. And a friend is going to come over and we'll sit down and watch some old creature features or something. And that'll be our Halloween experience this year.
That's usually what we do on Halloween, have dinner with our friends and watch movies.
Yep.
Eat candy.
Yep. I do eat candy. I try not to eat too much of it. Good.
Stoner Kitchen wants to be Cletus for Halloween.
I want to be Cletus. Be careful what you wish for. What happened to him? Well, he thought he wanted to be Cletus for Halloween. Turned out it stuck to him. Now it's Cletus all the time.
Jessica says, I've never had dessert pizza. I hope this one is good.
I'm positive it's going to be. I kind of thought through the components to make sure that they were going to all come together. You don't normally thicken compote this way, but
Scott says, oh yeah, the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I forgot. That's going to be awesome.
yeah, Everett Scott. Cool thing is I get to roll down the ramp of the theater in the wheelchair.
He in his fishnet stockings and high
Yep.
heels and
Suit, suit, tie, jacket, nice white shirt up here, and then from the waist down, nylons or fishnet stockings. Yes. Tried to get some heels, but it was hard for me to find size 10.5 men's pump. I probably could have went to. I know they have stores that would cater to such needs, but I didn't figure it was worth spending the money for a pair of heels that I might wear once.
John says he will be handing out candy for Halloween and dressing up like hillbilly zombies.
Cool. We don't pass out candy here just because we don't. It's really just not safe for any kids to be trick-or-treating here. It's not a bad neighborhood. It's just traffic on the highway.
Yep. Scott wants to know, have you ever dressed up Chum and Polly for Halloween?
No, I haven't, just because they don't make costumes big enough for Chumley, that's for sure.
Okay.
Alright, set this for 8 minutes. 8 minutes on that. Compote is good. And when I'm ready to start decorating the top of this pizza, I'll clue you all in on what's what and how I decided to make this pizza. Yummy.
Greg says he's gonna try to dress up Moby with the Chucky costume.
Nice. Nice. My friend Arthur, he won't be available for Halloween, but he wants to do a knockoff from the Charlie Brown Halloween, Chucky. So Charlie Brown's going to be a little more Chucky the doll, so Chucky Brown. And that's going to be me, Chucky Brown. They're going to use the back of my head to, model the pumpkin like they did on the cartoon.
Eli says, just put a cowbell on, chumley.
Cowbell, yeah. They got like Santa hats will fit in, put a little elastic band on it. And I've got some Christmas bells that'll hang around some jingle bells, hang around his neck. I've even got those string of battery operated Christmas lights that blink. I put it around him.
Carol says my son-in-law has a pair just for Halloween. Want me to ask to borrow them?
Pair of what?
I'm not sure what she's talking about. Maybe cowbells.
Cowbells? Oh. More cowbell! Come on, where'd that come from? More cowbell. No? Anybody? Come on, pizza. Oh. Should I tell them what these components are? Or wait till I start putting it together, I think, huh?
Yeah, wait till you start putting it together.
Okay. I will.
Greg says, do you really need to put anything noisy on the cows? Geez, you can just hear them from a mile away.
Well, it's funny, to say that, but, if they get out of sight, who knows?
Oh, Carol said heels. You want to see if her son-in-law has heels.
Oh, yeah? Well, your son-in-law has high heels?
Just for Halloween, she said.
Just for Halloween? Well, yeah. I mean, if they're size 10.5 pump, heel, black, oh, that'd be beautiful. It'd match the rest of my outfit. Yes, I would. That would be great. Match the rest of the outfit.
Jessica says, I know we haven't been through Halloween yet, but what's everyone's plans for Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving. Well, I don't know. Every year for the past, I don't know, at least the last 9 years or 8 years, we've had our friend Junior over for Thanksgiving and various other guests through the years. I don't generally do turkey. A couple of reasons. I mean, I like turkey, but just not that much. And there's no way that me and Mrs. Oldguy, or even me and Mrs. Oldguy and my buddy, could ever eat anywhere near a turkey. So we tend to use turkey ham. Is something that we get. Sometimes we've done because it's a small enough bird. Dressing,
Yeah.
stuffing, Do you know the difference between stressing and stressing? That's a cross between stuffing and dressing. Stressing. But the difference between the two is no difference. Except stuffing is stuffed into a bird and dressing, if it's just put into a dish and baked by itself or warmed up by, then it's dressing.
Carol says she has high heels in a man's size, and she's not sure what color.
Well, any color I probably would work.
Check, Carol. Let us know.
Yeah, check. Let us know. Is he local? Is that, you know?
Probably Lisa's husband.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it would be nice to have some heels to finish off the look.
Scott said his channel for his dog is at Newfoundland_Teddy_. He says it's the best way to archive the best of 1,000 pictures that he's taken of him.
Yeah. I hear you there. It's fun to take pictures of the fur dogs.
Scott says, how many people stuff their turkey with stuffing nowadays? My mom used to, but quit doing it years ago.
If I'm gonna make a turkey, I'll stuff it, or a chicken. I'll stuff it. Mrs. Old Guy isn't a fan of stuffing, but she don't care if the bird is stuffed. She won't. She just won't eat the stuffing. That's all.
Carol said leftovers.
What about leftovers? Leftover turkey, you mean? That's always fun for a day or two. You know, but then, you know, when you've got most of a turkey left, I mean, I guess we could just feed it to the dogs. It's not like we cook that turkey with anything that would hurt them.
Yeah.
We're
just not big turkey fans.
Yeah, it's okay that once a year, maybe a couple of dinners after, but it's something that I might make if we do get turkey this year and have some left over. I might make some turkey a la king.
Yep.
It's been forever since I've made turkey a la king. I've made chicken, but not turkey. Not for a long time.
Jessica says, Thanksgiving and Christmas is not the same for me. It's very sad for me. Ever since all my grandparents passed, it has not been the same. I'm 35 and it started getting sad in my 20s.
I'm sorry, Jessica. Let's get this, see if we can get this to roll a little bit quicker here.
I know what you mean, Jessica.
Get the convection part of that oven going. See if I can get that crust to brown up just a little bit more. I don't want it to be underbaked. I'm not looking for a crispy crust, just one that's not doughy in the middle.
Eli
So, it won't be
said,
that.
oh gee, you have to turn your dressing recipe into fritters.
I'm going
You
to.
will not regret it.
No. I'm going to. I plan on doing that tomorrow. I'm going to make some of the dressing. I've got the pork thawed out in the fridge as we speak. Tomorrow I'm going to make the dressing because I like it just anyway. I'll eat it just the way it is. And I'm going to make a short on do that. And I have also collected the items that I'm going to need to make those Parmesan shell pimento filled cannoli that you talked about, Eli. So that's coming up too. And that's going to be a regular video. I'm not going to make a short out of that one.
Jessica said, but I believe it will be better.
Of what? Oh, holidays? Well, I certainly hope so. I certainly hope so. I'm really anxious here. Let's see. That's fine. That's good. Now I gotta let it cool down a minute.
Carol says she's a great, so you're welcome here.
Of course, looks inviting. Let's just slide that right there for just a couple of minutes and let that cool down some. We can serve it warm, but I don't want it to be hot. Toppings are coming up, folks. It's not pizza unless it has toppings. Yum! So what's one of the funnest things that you've ever dressed up as for Halloween? Anyone? My favorite costume that I ever put on, years ago they had these, they might still have them, kind of a thin styrofoam mask that had different pieces that you would put on as skeleton or an ape or different ones. And went all out one year and did the ape costume. Got the fake fur that I glued on everywhere, and it turned out really cool. That was one of my favorite ones. How about you, Miss Old Guy? What was one of your favorite costumes when you were a kid, whatever?
One I won a costume contest with when I was young was, my dad worked for the electric company, so I went as Willie the Wire Hand.
Willie the
Wire Hand.
Willie the Wire Hand.
And I won
Right, because
the contest for that, yeah. Because my dad worked for the electric company.
right, and I bet the electric company had a lot of people voting. That's cool.
And you could search Willie the Wire Hand and see what he looked like. It was like a plug for you.
Yep. A little logo or mascot.
Eli said, "Don't forget the anchovies on your pizza."
No, this is a dessert pizza, dude. Nobody in their right mind would put an anchovy on a dessert pizza. Okay, here we go. Let's do this thing. One last step. One last step.
Craig says, "Well, in Aussie, I dressed up as my favorite NRL player for St. George Dragons. It's a kit on and rubbed on the dirt."
Ah. How this is going to work, I do not know. A little bit of a noise here.
Watch your head, your ears.
Pretty much as I figured, but oh, yeah, it didn't work out quite as well as I wanted, but oh, for heaven's sakes!
Jessica said her favorite costume as a kid was all of them. She didn't have a specific one.
Yeah, I guess that's true. You know, liked each one for that year.
Ronald's here. Happy Halloween.
Hey, Ronald, good evening. Happy Halloween. We are just getting ready to build our dessert pizza. Close enough. Come on out of here now. Come on.
Wait, boy, you can dessert for a minute. Yeah, you better wait.
Looks like
Sorry.
seven. Okay, let's make a dessert pizza, shall we? Let's get the toppings. So first we put the sauce. And we're gonna build a pizza. Spread that delicious raspberry.
Somebody wants a piece of it.
Yeah, oh, I'm sure he does. We got our white chocolate cheese. Got to put some cheese on there. All right. What does most people pizzas have on? Some pepperoni, right? So I got some cake pepperoni here. Like that. And of course we got some sausage. Right? What pizza doesn't have a little Italian sausage on it, right? And some green peppers. Oh yeah, that looks delicious. And of course, more cheese over it.
Carol said lots of love in this small house, 3 doors from Old Guy. All are welcome for Thanksgiving.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Carol.
All right. Pizza's done, except for one thing. I gotta melt the cheese, right? Let me get the cheese melted. It's not bruleeing. I'm just gonna give this cheese just a little bit of a melt.
Eli says, I've always wanted to make a cooler costume so that I can walk around with a beer at hand.
Dessert pizza.
Yeah, that looks good.
So the components are: we've got graham cracker cookie sausage. We've got yellow cake pineapple or yellow cake pepperoni, and hazelnut cookie green pepper.
Yep.
Where is my pizza?
Looks delicious.
Delicious dessert pizza. So good?
Thank you.
I will let you tell me what you think if all those different flavors work together.
Eli says, dessert
indeed it is dessert pizza. Hazelnut cookie, green pepper, yellow cake pepperoni, graham cracker and cinnamon sausage. And you saw the dough and the sauce.
Delicious.
White chocolate.
Polly wants some.
Now, the reason I did it like this, I looked at a bunch of dessert pizzas, and not one of them looked like a pizza, not to me. Just because they're flat and round doesn't make it a pizza. So I wanted this to resemble as close to a regular pizza as you could get. Now, from there, tell me if that doesn't look like a pizza piled high with toppings.
Stop said yummy.
And every bit of that goes with that raspberry.
Yeah. It's delicious.
Wow.
Eli says now you have to make a dessert burger.
Dessert burger. Now I have to make a dessert. Only if it's something requested. Then I don't have to. Oh. Crunchy, chewy.
Jessica says, wow, love the pizza, thank you. Carol said hazelnut cookie.
Carol said what?
Hazelnut cookie?
Yeah. Hazelnut cookies. The yellow cake I made, I just dyed it.
It's turned out really good.
It did. Dessert pizza. First one I ever made.
Yep. Jessica says, what's on the menu again for next Saturday?
Next Saturday, pot pie. That's already been posted, so that if you guys want to vote for the side dish and the dessert for next week, that has already been posted and ready for tallying, or ready for voting. The tally will come later in the week. This is a good time, however, to grab the basket.
How many people are at your house tonight, Carol?
Yeah, what she said. Okay. I have it turned the wrong way.
Uh-oh.
Let's pick for a week after next.
Jessica says chicken pot pie?
Wasn't specified. Now, so that means I get to make my choice here during the course of the week. So, coming up week after next is a breakfast, pancakes and sausage.
Cool.
That's from John. So, that'll be a nice one. I won't make nearly the mess that I have tonight. I destroyed my kitchen again.
Okay, Carol, I'll call you after the stream. Johnny's back.
No, Johnny. Oh, buddy. Can you see this dessert pizza? Let me give you a gander on that. I know, huh? Doesn't look like dessert, but it is. Absolutely
Yeah.
delicious. We got graham cracker and cinnamon cookie sausage. We've got cake pepperoni. We've got hazelnut cookie green peppers. White chocolate cheese. Raspberry compote for the sauce, and of course the sweet roll dough for the crust. And it is oh so good.
It's like, oh my God. Oh, I am good. Jessica wants to know what our favorite holidays are.
I guess my favorite two are going to be Thanksgiving and 4th of July.
Scott says, looks delicious in about 45 minutes on the treadmill.
That's really good. Like I said, I looked at these other dessert pizzas, and to me, it just looked like a cheat to make like a big cookie, put some cinnamon sugar or something on it, and put a swirl of like some chocolate sauce or some caramel sauce in a swirl, you know, maybe the back and forth thing. To me, that just, I don't know. That doesn't say pizza. It just says round object that's now called a pizza. So I wanted to make a dessert pizza that kind of replicates what a real pizza looks like, and still make it delicious. And there isn't a thing on here that doesn't go together. All these flavors just work.
Check food reviews here.
Chuck! Hey, man! How you doing, buddy?
I like cinnamon.
Oh, man. This was a really good dinner. We had some Mongolian beef stir-fry ramen that was just to die for. And I made this dessert pizza that is just absolute killer. The pizza has graham cracker crumble cookies, yellow cake, hazelnut cookies, raspberry compote, and on the crust is sweet roll dough. And it turned out fantastic. What a delicious it's been.
Ralph says, I guess you never desert a dessert in a desert.
Don't desert a dessert in a desert. That's right. Never do it. Because your dessert might dry out. Then you'll have a dry dessert in the desert.
Yeah. Jessica says, please let me know if I get obnoxious, LOL. I tend to go off talking.
No, you're fine.
Talking without realizing my family finds it annoying.
No, you're good. As long as we're keeping it with no politics and no religion, because nobody will ever agree on anything, we're good to go. Keep the language to its, to a minimum roar. I'm not a family channel, but I don't mind if I have some kids watching. So I try to keep the language, kind of tight. I make slips myself. I've done it, but that's really the only that's the only real rules I play by. So.
Scott said, I think raw oysters would make it better.
Oh.
Chuck's doing good.
I don't think raw oysters make anything better. It certainly didn't make last night's little appetizer any better either. By design, of course. Like I said, since I can't do hot, might as well do gross. And I think I did a pretty good job. I mean, come on. Raise your hand if you think that was pretty gross. And you got a little entertainment out of it. Come on. Let's see. You can put it up. I see you want to do.
Chuck says sounds better than Cece's pizza.
Cece's Pizza. Yeah, you're right, Chuck. I went to Cece's Pizza once, and that pretty much tells you what I thought about Cece's Pizza. But then again, I owned a pizzeria. I owned an Italian restaurant, and so I know the difference between a good pizza and a crappy pizza, and what's in between. And Cece's was definitely what's in between. And I mean that the bad way. All right, guys. I think I'm going to probably get out of here. I'm running a little bit late.
Jessica wants to know, when is National Weirdo Day?
Every day around here.
Carol said now.
Every day if you're here. All right, guys. Thank you again very much for coming to my stream. Thank you for all my new subs. I appreciate it. All the people that came over here from Johnny Small Pepper. You guys are, that YouTube is just one big family, at least for the people that I've kind of drawn myself to. And I hope you feel welcome here. I'm going to get out of here. I always say, please give back in your community somehow. Some way, somehow. Even if it's just helping a neighbor clean the leaves out of his gutters. Roof gutters. Something like that, okay? Just give back somehow. I'll see you next week when we're doing pot pie. We've got something else?
Quick, yeah. Scott wants to know, have you ever tried round table pizza?
Round table pizza. I don't believe I have. I don't think I have. I don't think that's a brand we get out here. So, all right, guys. I'm done. You have a great week. Be safe out there, and I'll see you next Saturday night. Bye-bye. So what was up with Carol?